record here just in case. But yeah. And what is everyone else using for website hosting and like I just switched everything to Wix. I think because Mark did it one time.
Yeah, I use Wix.
I've never used Wix.
You never use Wix, and Brady, you're using Wix, right?
Yeah, I've got Wix. I got
Yeah.
Wix Pro.
Okay. Yeah, it works for me. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's I used to use WordPress for years, and Wix is
Yeah.
way better. I used to bang my head against the wall with
Well,
WordPress.
WordPress
What's way
has too
better,
many.
Wix or WordPress?
WordPress has too many updates and crap you always got to be doing and adding. But Wix is a whole nother learning curve. Once you get into it, get used to it, it's kind of easy.
Well, my website was made by my friends in India. It's WordPress.
Oh, it's WordPress. Yeah, yeah.
I just never have gotten wrapped up into WordPress. For some reason, it seems too complicated.
Yeah, if you could get someone else to
Because
do it, that's the way to
That's
go.
because I'm kind of stupid.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't say that, Potato.
Yeah, it's complicated. It makes you feel stupid. How's that?
There you go.
Are you building yours from the ground up, Don?
I did, yeah. I've always built it in WordPress, and now I've converted it to Wix, just my main one that I'm using for here.
You got it
Yeah.
up and running?
Yeah, the blueskypotential.com. The Blue Sky Potential.
Is that WordPress?
That's Wix. And then I'm promoting 3 different things. The stem cells. That's just my personal blog. I'm gonna add some, like I want to add the video to it on the homepage. Just an introductory video, like to welcome everybody and kind of give you an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, that's the wrong one, I think.
Looks
Blue Sky
nice.
Potential?
Yeah, the Blue Sky.
Oh, the Blue Sky. Oops,
The Blue
that doesn't make a
Sky.
big difference.
Yeah, I could put it in the chat.
That looks good though, Don.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. The Blue Sky Potential.com.
I
There
love
it
it.
goes.
Don, it looks awesome.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to promote the stem cells on that. I rent out my guest rooms in the penthouse suite here.
Yeah, I'm
So-
just looking at that right
Yeah,
now.
you want to come down? Let me know.
They won't let me on a plane, Don.
Yeah, well, you got to walk here then, or hitchhike.
Do you still have to have a vaccination to get on an airplane?
In
I
Canada,
don't
you
know.
do.
I don't know what's going on in
I
Canada. You
think they're dropping the mandate.
What?
You heard that?
I read it somewhere, yeah.
They're not dropping no mandate. They're increasing it because of the new moronic
That's
virus.
what I heard too.
Uh,
Yeah, you don't need
This is all
anything to
such
get.
a
You don't.
plan.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that. It's going to be a crazy conversation. But you don't need anything to get in or out of Mexico. It's whatever you need from
Well,
wherever you come.
I decided last night that today, starting today, I'm going to actually leave the ranch and go out and find 3 people.
Okay, awesome.
Cool.
Ah, shit.
And you're gonna wear your button.
Yeah. That button, the
Japanese-
way that button attaches is kind of clumsy. I don't like it. I got to figure out how a different way. I want to wear that button because that's an eye opener.
Go
Yeah.
to a sushi restaurant.
Ah, that's a good idea.
Don,
Yes.
do you give like weekly prices or monthly prices or?
I do. I prefer people to come for short term so I can get rid of them, but one of my
Geez, thanks.
one of my friends told me here, make sure whatever you do, make sure your beds are very, very uncomfortable. The most uncomfortable beds you can have. So people don't want to stay that long. No, I'll definitely give a rate for longer term.
This-
Yeah.
I gotta say this, I know this is not about our conversation, but this is funny because on the Queen Guest Suite, you've got air conditioning and a shower. On the
Uh-huh.
2 singles guest suite, you got air conditioning, a shower, and a towel. Do you not give a towel in the Queen guest
Oh,
suite?
well, okay.
Bring your own.
No, no towel, bring your own towel.
That is so funny.
Wow.
Where
Yeah,
is
that's
this, Margaret?
what I'm doing now is I've been running Airbnb for probably 10 years.
Yeah,
I'm getting off of Airbnb, going direct to my website. So I'm going to place some Facebook ads. That's what I was
Yeah.
working on today. Drive them straight to that page. And then because Airbnb is starting to take fees out for like crazy.
yeah,
And so it's just, and they're in control, right? Whenever, like during COVID, they shut down completely. There was nothing on the app. You
Yeah.
couldn't find it in places. So that I'm worried about that's going to happen. And so I'm really targeting people like us that want to come down here to Cabo and work and learn about online marketing and want to, you know, whatever they're doing, it doesn't matter. These guys own a company called Tiny Mobile that sells phone plans in Canada, cheaper than anywhere else. So they buy them from the what do you call them? The main companies, the lines from the main companies, and then they charge less, and they do $1 million a year in revenue. So and they just placing ads and then driving people to buying these monthly phone plans with more data and cheaper than any of the carriers, which is where they're getting them from in the first place. They're just offering them. So these guys are here right now. So I want to target people like us, like that are entrepreneurs and want to learn about marketing and come down and stay here, you know, working holiday for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I've
Nice.
had my guest house for years was just used for guests, period. Because I had people from over the world coming to ride. But one year, I think one of my wives, I forget which one it was, talked me into doing Airbnb. And that was kind of cool, but it was a lot of work. Man, I mean, I had people all the time and making those beds all the time because I had 3 bedrooms.
Me too.
And
What a problem.
people checking out at 11 and more people checking in at 1 when you got 6 beds to make up.
I've been there. But, you know, I pay a housekeeper 400 or 500 pesos for 5 hours. That's $25 to work for 5 hours. But, you know, I've been doing it myself a lot because it's hard to judge the timing of it when somebody's leaving and coming in. Like, they'd like to come once a week or once a month or whatever. You know. Yeah.
Well, I finally quit doing it. And a friend told me, say, Potato, I bought a place in Florida and I'm moving there. Can I stay in your guest house for a couple of months? And I said, yeah. And he paid me a flat out fee. I forget what it was, but my average income from Airbnb was only $1,600 a month. And when you subtract the costs of, I put up all kinds of goodies, you know, it was cheaper to rent it out. So now I've got it just flat $2,000 a month. And I don't have to do anything, but I don't have to do anything.
And someone is staying there?
Yeah, it's a
Someone
permanent
stay there.
resident.
See, the thing I like about guests is it's shared accommodations. They're coming to stay with me, you know? So I don't want someone here for 3 months. You know?
Yeah.
It's good. They come in, I show them around, you know, we go to the beaches, we go on hikes and that kind of stuff and bring people down. But the point being, so yeah, it's on Wix now. That's on Wix. They're trying to get me to switch over to Shopify. Does anyone use Shopify as a website? No. Okay. Because I have to get the Shopify is mainly to start a store and sell stuff, but they say it's better because I can put my buy now button on there from Shopify. So people will book the accommodations. And then I don't have much stuff on stem cells there, but I want to build up some pages for that.
I was gonna say, I was just looking at it. I like that you linked it to the story of X39. So they've got like everything, the history, all the way down to testimonials and all of the research, like references. That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. And I'm kind of going for the, I don't want to be in someone's face about selling stuff. They're there for a connection and to get to know who I am, and then I'll you know, I build it up that way. That's my thinking. The other thinking was like, I sell stem cell patches. This is what I do, and I like that idea too. People know that right away. And
What's the
So-
third thing you have on there then?
the third thing I have, yeah, I'm starting up my music event in January, the last Saturday in January. And every week, we're gonna have an acoustic sessions event where you come in and you can sing and you can play. And I'm gonna be selling tickets where you can order dinner. So it's dinner and a ticket and a show. So I want to sell that
Nice.
on the website. So people come in and yeah, I'll have the instruments. I'll have all the pro musicians, and it's always a lot of fun. And we did it before COVID. It never really got off the ground, but now I'm picking that up. But my thinking, which is the same thinking for everybody, is all those are potential customers for stem cell
Right.
patches,
Right.
right? All my guests, all my musicians.
That's
anyone
what I
that
liked
comes-
about the Airbnb. Every one of them were potential customers.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
And business
So-
partners, yeah.
Yeah, and relationships.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I found my Indian people, and we're like family now. And I have another guy lives in San Francisco. He went out of his way several times to crew for me on a 100-mile ride. Good guy.
Yeah. So yeah, like your thing is horses, right? So everybody's potential connection and
Right.
relationship in that
Right.
sense.
When did you start building this, Don?
Yesterday? No,
Oh, come on now. There's no freaking way.
it's a lot of work, right?
Yeah, you couldn't have got that much done in 24 hours.
No, I started building when Mark started talking about it.
Oh,
remember?
okay.
Switching
Yeah.
to Wix and creating a blog and creating, see, I did what he said, which my posts are really like their own little web page.
Right.
So I have some projects that I worked on in the past. If somebody comes across that, they come across it as a web page. So if that makes any sense, it's its own lead generator.
Yeah, yeah. Listen in the market moment.
Oh yeah, I saw you left it.
We've ever had.
Oh, epic. It's gonna be epic.
Oh yeah, tonight.
Those of you who do, who
Put
get
it on the-
extreme value. I'm rhyming today. All right, guys, see you tonight. Bye-bye. Have an
It's
amazing
most epic.
day. Peace.
Don,
Yes.
where did you get LifeWave, the story of the X39 PDF? Is that in our back office?
I'll have to look. I don't know what you mean.
It's
That's
in
all.
your health, under your health section.
Okay.
And it's
Um,
got LifeWave, the story of the X39.
Well, Margaret, if you want, you can just copy that URL and use it. It's gonna go
I
straight
was
to Lifeway.
curious, okay, I was curious though, I get I can do that. I was curious though, Don, this is just in the building
Nope,
of
no,
your.
you can't
web-
either. No, you have to go directly and get it yourself.
okay.
You can't
That's why
copy
I'm
that.
asking where he got it.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'll have to look what it is.
But I'm curious why you have on the side all the pages, why you just don't have the post, like why you've got all the slides on the side. Is there any way to get rid of that?
Okay, let me look it up here.
No, that comes down to PDF format, so that's just the way it is.
It
Yeah, oh,
comes up.
right. Yeah, it's a PDF, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
you
a
could,
stem cell patch info.
but what you could do is get that. You should be able to download it, make separate
Put it on-
pages for yourself.
Yeah.
You could backlink all that and put your links into it and then upload it to your page. A little bit more work, but rather than people looking at the name LifeWave and then going to LifeWave, they'd hover over a word and it would go directly to your site.
Well, I may have to talk to you later, George.
Oh, well, that's a whole nother training session in itself.
But somebody
Yeah.
gave me a link that showed about the scientists behind the patch and how it worked and so forth. Is that what you're talking about? There's one it's totally off. It doesn't promote LifeWave at all. It just promotes the way the patch works. It's covered by high-level scientists that really go into the details.
Yeah, you were talking about that, Tito. I never saw that. You said it was, you said David Schmidt got some help, right, from that, and it was those people that were talking?
It was a big detailed article by top level scientists, went into how the patch actually worked,
Right,
And they-
okay, yeah, we need to
and
find
they-
that.
and they endorsed it
Okay,
because
yeah,
it
we need-
was non-intrusive, and it was actually taking the heat from the body to crystallize the stem cells inside the body. It was
Okay.
very interesting. I should have
What
should
link
have,
is that?
kept that law somewhere. I got it. It had to come from the Love Boat.
Right, I'd never seen that. Yeah, I'd like to find, yeah, any kind of, I put that link in the chat, Margaret. That's that came from Lifeway PDF. So,
Yeah, I'm looking for it
Usually-
in the LifeWay back. I can't find that.
yeah, I put the
particular
link on in the chat here. But what I usually like to do on my own website is copy the content and put it there, because
Right.
then if it disappears on wherever it came from, it doesn't
There it is.
disappear.
Yeah, that one works. So now you can get that.
Yeah, so what I would do is download the PDF and then put it on the website,
Mhm.
and yeah, but that's.
Yeah, this
that's
is not the one I was talking about.
Right, yeah, we have to find that one. You were talking about it before and I could never find it, if anyone knows.
Huh.
The only other thing I have is that little 3-minute video with David Schmidt explaining how he developed the X39. And that's a good one too, is I think Peter No, I think, or that was interviewing him. And that's,
Did we ever get that link to that almost 5-minute video he was talking about?
which one? The one I'm talking about?
Could be. I thought Potato said it was like 5 minutes with David talking. That was in the app. You can never find it.
Oh, right. I did find that one. I watched like half of it. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that one too. But I don't think that's the one you're talking about where the other people that worked on the patch were the other
No, it's-
developers that were working on it, right? Is that, I never did find that, whether that's the one, maybe it's the one. Okay, I'm gonna write that down, but I did find that one. It's the one where 3 people are talking and it's on the app. It's the guy who's the radio announcer guy that did the emceeing. It's him, David Schmidt, and someone else. I don't know who it was.
A lady.
Lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's right on there. It's about an hour or so.
An hour.
Mhm. And that's too long, I find. People aren't gonna watch that.
No, he said there was one that's like 5 minutes that he really liked.
Okay.
Well, the website that I'm talking about was not endorsed by LifeWave at all, but it talked about LifeWave. And it was high-level scientists talking about, like how it works, the patch works, and why it works, and why it's so good. And
Yeah, we need
the
to-
fact that it's patent is very important.
Cool.
Mhm.
And where do you think you saw that? Not on any.
Somebody gave it to me. I thought it was from the Love Boat.
Okay, maybe, yeah. Oh, there's one.
I don't know.
And D, you shared that website once that had all the information on one page?
The Start X39 now, or is it,
Yeah,
there's Start
No, that's the one.
X39?
yeah.
Yeah. And then they
Start
have a-
X39.
Yeah, and then they have a Start X39 Biz, B-I-Z, which is kind of like a supportive training site for LifeWave team members, which they have like a longer video about the 331.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cause yeah, I wanted to, we should talk about that. Like this website's perfect. But it's, someone else created it, but it has no, no links or anything to it. So,
Yeah,
let me,
I would just think maybe someone has a pixel on it targeting.
yeah, definitely. And you are sending people to that website
Right.
and they can
Right.
pixel them. So that's definitely, but that can be recreated and it is a
Right.
great website.
Right.
And then I'm still trying to use reverseyourage.org.
Mhm.
Yeah, I haven't tested it enough to see if it's really converting or not.
What do you mean you're still using it? reverseyourage.org? Is that a
Yeah.
website you made?
That's Mark's, right? That he created.
That we regenerate it to have our link on it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, exactly. It's
That one or the other.
rebrandable.
Replicated, yeah.
Yeah, replicated. So yeah, you can't get too tied up in like shiny objects. But on the same token, need to work with things that are working and tested.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So there's two parts of that website now, because there's the what do I do, which I think is the better of the two videos.
You mean of Mark's of Mark's ones? Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, to me, I tell people I'm working with Mark and I know Mark, and then they can watch this video because it's only 6 minutes and it explains everything. So then we talked about the other day whether it's worth recreating that video with our own stuff, which is possible. You just got to clip all the video out of it and narrate it yourself.
But I
Yeah.
remember Mark, when I was telling Mark that I was trying to do that, he was like, why? Just use me. Don't,
I agree.
So, yeah. So I stopped trying to make my own and I just keep sharing Mark.
Yeah. And
Nobody
have you
I
had
know
anyone-
knows him. And so it's not actually all that impressive because the people that I'm sharing with are not interested in the business. So I'm trying to go for the customers. But, Mark, as we share like a little bit more of his shares, like he talks about his knees and stuff. So I'm hoping that like his personality and like his fun quirkiness, even if they're not interested in the business, will get them to pay attention enough to want to see a little bit more, because the business is not attracting them right now.
You can use anybody's testimonial with that. You don't always have to, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with using Mark's, but I mean, if you don't always want to be talking about knees or something. So if you see any testimonials, you can just easily say one of your business partners. They're not necessarily a personal partner, but they're still partners in the business.
Oh yeah, so I don't only share Mark's testimonial. I
Yeah.
just mean in relation to his marketing, sequence. When I'm like, as far as like, he has to be one of the people that I am including, because in my world, he's not impressive speaking about the business success, because my people are not interested in the business success. They just want to know if the product is going to work. So because I'm sharing his marketing sequence, I feel like it's important to have him as part of the testimonials, and his knees is like one of the big ones. And then among all the things that I'm sharing, I just feel like it's really important that I bring it in, because his personality is a part of our marketing as a team. So I have to like include his testimony in there too. But he's definitely not like the only, I mean, I've got people who have that diabetes numbness, you know, so there's all kinds of different things. So his testimony isn't addressing that. So I have to share more than just him.
Yeah,
And then at least he warms up the idea to people that there is potential to.
I've had people say they love his personality. He's so fun and kooky and crazy. And I'm sometimes like so anal and like, you know, stick to the rules that it's a nice combination, you know, for me personally, I think.
Yeah, and he does go over a lot of things quickly about the product, what it does. I like that also. Like when he fires through all these things about sleep and skin and all this it does, that's great in like a few seconds. And so also back to the x39.com, the link that's in there. We can share that link with people too. I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
what link?
It's in the chat, start x39.com.
PDF, you mean?
No, it's
No, it's a website, but it's a one
Okay,
pager.
but I gotta tell you, if you send that website out, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but in a couple of the videos, there is a, the girl's
Call to
got
action.
her, what do you call it?
Call to
CTA.
action.
No, when somebody puts, some kind of a, she's got her picture there, so if you click on that video, it's gonna go to her. I forget
yeah?
what you, I forget what you
I'll-
call it.
I'll take a closer look, and it's
Or
kind of the
links.
same effect as the page that Mark did, only it's got more stuff on it.
Yeah, and it's good. I'm just saying on, I can't remember what video it is.
And Dee
But
is
anyway.
right. As soon as you hit that website, your pixel is going to be captured, and they will
Yeah.
be, if they
Yeah.
know what they're doing, they will be targeting that audience with more stuff. of their
Yeah.
own.
If you go on, how does this work? It's the one where it says on that website, it's how it works. And if you go on that video, you'll see her picture up in the corner.
Mhm.
And that means it's tied to her name somehow.
Right, okay, yeah.
I know how it is, but I can't remember the word.
And the other great thing was that, I'll put that link in there. So yeah, now Mark has 2 landing pages now, that 6-minute what do I do, which goes to the next page, but the other page is the original one with just watch this first or watch me first. or
Right.
whatever it said. And then, and the thing I like about that page is everything has a call to action to it. And it walks people through what to do, like how to get a silver or bronze. I think it's bronze, right? How to sign up for a bronze.
We have 2 different sites, that have links for reverse your age.
Yeah, yeah.
two-
One goes to the 6-minute video first. What do I do?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And what I do when I send people there, I just say, yeah, well, I'm working with Mark, and this is his page, and it's part of our team. And then whoever comes on board is going to get an email from Mark right away saying,
Yeah,
"Welcome to
that's the problem with using his, is that any lead you get goes directly to him. I mean, if they go to your website, they're cookied in. If they order, you get it. If they join, you get it. But he will always get the lead.
Mhm.
He always gets the email, starts shooting them information.
Yeah. Well, he's getting those emails from the back office, because that back office has a list of all the emails that are on our
Right.
team.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
and then he's emailing them from there. But you're right, all the pixels are captured for sure. Anyone that goes to either of those 2 pages, their pixels are captured, and then,
But once
No.
we, our username in there, it's ours now, so I don't think he has those pixeled, not when we put ours on there.
Yeah, they will be. Yeah, no matter what, they will be pixeled. Their
Yeah,
pixels
because
will
you're
be
going to his
captured.
site first.
Yeah. we go
Because
into
he's
his
the
site.
director of the site. He gets all the things that come through.
But not the
that's
email address.
us regenerating our own site out of those replicated
Oh, I see what you're
links.
talking
That's
about.
not the customers going there. The customers
Say
go
that
to
again? What are you saying? Mara?
Well, where we go into his replicated site and we enter our username to make it our own, that's where we send the customers to our site now, not
Yeah.
his.
Yes.
So he
Yeah.
wouldn't have ours pixeled.
Well, he owns the domain to that reverse
Yeah.
your age, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's that. When we put in our username, it is now ours.
But it's
Yeah,
still
you-
his, like he's the
lead.
parent company and we're just little branches of it. So ultimately the parent company has all the information. Yeah, we get it specific, I would imagine, but as the parent company, reverseyourage.org, and he's got us and anybody who signs up under us, kind of like the binary, right?
It's the same as LifeWave. They have all the information on all our people. It's no different.
Right.
Right,
Right.
Margaret?
But I would figure.
Yeah.
Don, I have a question kind of off topic of that. You know, if like with the 331, it's like invite 3 people a day, follow up with 3 people a day, and then invite one to a Zoom, like, or invite people to one Zoom. So if we have, and so like Mark's Zoom is the $25 one because he's like training team members. But with this one, can we invite people like who are interested in hearing about the business, maybe like the testimonial thing? And if you say yes, do you want us to like message you before so that maybe you can have an idea of how you want to present this to potential customers? Like if you want to do a testimonial reel first before we get into this, or like a testimonial and a training, because you know that we're bringing a guest on versus coming in not sure.
You're talking about
Right.
this morning's session?
You're talking
Yeah.
about this?
Yeah.
Well, that's up for debate. My kind of idea was, yeah, we bring anybody here to these meetings and they just see the community. We don't, you follow up with them later to close them, but yeah, I like the idea Potato said that we're always talking about doing a testimonial of something at the beginning. And we kind of make it a little bit more structured so we're not just all over the place like today too. We didn't, but I think every time we'll watch some kind of video where we can learn something, then we can talk about it, our opinions of whatever we just watched. Then we can give a testimonial on products and the business. And I think everyone just gets to see this community that they can be a part of every day. I don't think there's, in my opinion, we don't need to pitch anybody on anything. You can follow up with them and say, hey, you want to join us? And
Don, I
we-
thought
Okay.
we should feel free to invite people to this quick start session if they have something to contribute to the group.
Mhm.
Okay, or vice
Yeah.
versa. I feel it would help bring them into our fold. So
Yeah.
we're quite informal, and that's good. But also the backbone of the deal should be that motivational video in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then everyone should have an elevator pitch ready for what LifeWave does for them. Okay,
Yep.
period. And keep it
Yep.
short. Keep it
Yep.
short. Like, it discovered, I put on mine would be, I put those patches on my horse who's had a problem for years and solved that pain issue in one day.
Yep.
And that's heavy.
Yeah. And once we have new people on here that it's important to format it that way. Because we got new people. And,
You the
and I
man,
think,
you're the man to pick up that opening motivational video.
yeah, definitely. I'll make sure that we have it queued up and I'll try to get on the ball more that we're watching it. Like, so we're ready to start the meeting on the hour. That the motivational stuff comes to 10 minutes before that.
Right?
Yeah. Unless it's a little bit
It's a
longer.
good idea.
Yeah, and that way the content is always fresh. Somebody's always coming here for something new, not just for chit chat. And I don't think it's a
And
problem
that's a
inviting.
big responsibility. That's a big responsibility for you, but it's great that you do it.
Yeah, it's great, and I don't mind doing it. It's been good. It's helping me tuning into that something every day to be learning, you know. So that's good. It'll help everybody else. Oh, now we're down to a minute again. Boy, the time goes by quick, doesn't it?
Already?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're running late too? Holy cow.
I was running late, and so
Awesome.
we're over 40 minutes today. It's well, no, it's exactly 40 because it came on at the hour. Yeah, so that's 40.
Yeah, you
minutes. But
started
that's-
late.
Yeah, a little 10 minutes late, and now we're 10 minutes over, so that's cool. But yeah, let's talk about this again tomorrow. I think I don't think it doesn't matter who comes to this meeting. We just invite meeting. We know where they came from. Either they came from the internet out of space, or they came from one of us, you know. So, so they're both good. They both end up on our team, so that's cool.
Everyone have a great day.
Okay, awesome
Hey,
guys.
thanks,
day.
Don. Awesome
Enjoy your
meeting.
time. All right.
You
See
too.
y'all.
Bye.
Good one.